Namaste and welcome. My name is Archana with Divine Soul Resonance, welcoming everyone to my channel with all my love and all my heart. Today, I have been inspired to bring forth a message to explore, to look at our artistic energies, to see our creative juices. Where are our immense gifts? What are our struggles? How are we comfortable in how we create? And what is the highest version in which our creations can come forth? And what is it that we are inspired to? What are our muses, our inner muses? Now, each one of us is an expression of divine. So we are all creative human beings. We have this creative energy that is, for some, it is an expression. That is what your vocation is. That's what you do. And for others, it is this hidden pool of talent that is latent, that needs to be awakened. But each one of us is a creative being. So I have looked at this particular spread from Emerald Lotus Divination, so I want to give them full credit. I was totally inspired by it. I've been wanting to do this since I purchased a special deck for this reading, and this deck has been with me for almost, I would want to say, a year, but it was today. Today was divine timing for me to bring forth this creative energies. I want to begin with, I feel that some of you are feeling like you are struggling with expression, struggling with your words, struggling with how your message is going to be received, if your artwork is appropriate. Are you giving forth this expression in a way that's going to receive something? It's going to receive the accolades, it's going to receive the money that you're hoping that it would, the recognition that you're hoping for. I feel that is something which is a mental block. Let's explore, because that was the energy that I was picking up as I was preparing for our reading today. And this particular rose petal fell straight onto the creator deck. This beautiful rose petal with the white and the pink. Perhaps some of you are inspired or are encouraged at this time to spend time in nature, connect with roses, connect with flowers, and take a moment to see and feel how these energies feel for you, how you're feeling that connection, for that is going to help awaken your energies. So let's take a look at this spread. I got excited, and as I was preparing for this reading, I started to pull out things from way back when my kids were little, and we had all this artwork, and you're gonna see me take that out right now. So let's look at the first one. Oh, look at this. I got ourselves ready. What does it say here? Your gifts. Let's look at the first part on what are your gifts. What makes you so unique? Okay, what makes you so unique? What is that unique point? And what makes you super strong? What are people's gifts? What are people's gifts? What makes them so unique? What makes the people so unique? What makes the people so unique? What are their gifts? What are people's gifts? What makes them so unique? Thank you. Let's have a look at the first messages coming forth on what are your gifts? What makes you super strong? And sometimes we are not aware of our amazing qualities, our gifts. Okay, so let's look at it together. Your ability to stretch and expand, your ability to free fall, to go with the flow, to go with what is, to take on a new challenge, to go into a new direction, to follow your heart's calling. It is a gift. It may feel blocked. You may feel like you haven't been able to do it. You may feel like I've been putting my heart out. I've been, going with the flow, and yet I'm finding that there is a block. We'll look at the blocks later. I'm also feeling that you have this ability to push and go to the edge, to push through challenges, to get to the edge of discovery, perhaps test the untested waters. You do have that. I'm picking that up as a gift that's coming in. Another gift that you have over here is finding your sacred flow. And see how synchronistic this is? Okay. You may see and find yourself like, when I'm around certain people or when I'm around in certain environments, it really breaks the rhythm. I just feel so off. And whatever your mode is to come back into the flow, to come back into the wholeness, whether it is, taking a bath, whether it is reading a book, whether it is hanging out in nature or, doing yoga, whatever your beat is, you know what your sacred flow is. You know what your center is. You know what your core balance is. And you can, and you have the ability to come back to this wholeness, to come back to this center. You have been given this gift. Okay. You also have this gift of looking at things from a different perspective, perhaps going through a period of transition. You may just suddenly feel like, I'm not feeling like I want to draw. I'm not feeling like I want to paint or write a book or write that. And you may think that you are uninspired, that, I'm having a creator's block and I'm not inspired. But really what your soul is doing is helping you to transition from one state of being to another. Whatever it is that you need to bring healing in, you're able to do that. Sometimes at a conscious level and sometimes from a subconscious soul level. Look at all of these. You have the ability to stretch and expand your horizon, stretch and expand your ideas, stretch and expand your palette. Perhaps you're going to try using different colors. Perhaps you're going to try using different notes that you've not tried before. And you have this gift and talent of expanding out of the ordinary, expanding out of what you already know, and to bring things in balance. Perhaps you see things from different perspectives. You see things from polar perspectives. You see things from one end than the other to bring things in balance. And that is a beautiful gift. You also have this gift of, again, we've got the air element here. Through these heartbreaks, through these challenges, through these constrictions in the heart, perhaps there were things where you felt grief. Maybe you feel very deeply about grief. Maybe you feel very deeply, you're moved by these intense emotions and you create from that space. So don't think that when you are residing in that emotion that you are that emotion. That emotional intelligence is actually your strength, your ability to feel through the depths of all array of emotions. Okay, how does this heartbreak lead to the mending of the heart? How does this low vibration and the feeling of this lead to that? The flow from one end of the spectrum to the other. You have the ability. I feel the energy of alchemy. You're like an alchemist. You're alchemizing certain energies which are not in resonance with you and taking them up to a different notch, and through that you are bringing in a unique creation. Okay, so you also have the gift for, you are very grateful with these challenges. I'm feeling that look hard, look deep. Okay, you have this beautiful gift of finding the golden nuggets in these pieces. So I see you being very thankful, being grateful for whatever experiences have come. Does it mean that when someone comes in and there is bad shit that takes place and then you're going to say, yeah, I'm happy about it? No, you're going to allow for that energy to do what it needs to do, and then you're going to find your way through it. You're going to find your way to rebalance yourself, to find and alchemize the energy to a higher octave, to a higher vibration. So to me, I'm also sensing, even though this is feeling like a gentler energy, but what's actually taking place is transmutation with fire. What's taking place is an alchemy with fire. What's taking place is releasing these lower energies and transmuting it through your willpower and creating something of beauty. So like the rising of the phoenix, okay? I'm sensing that you are a very, very forgiving person, and that is a gift. Do not take that is a curse, but that is a beautiful gift. That tenderness of the heart, to be able to feel all emotions, to be able to be broken and yet find that understanding and to help another person in need, is such a beautiful soul. So you have this amazing gift. So I also feel a part of the message is that if you're unable to move forward, go easy on yourself, okay? Be as understanding towards yourself as you offer that understanding toward others. Be more forgiving towards yourself as you are perhaps towards others. It may be easier for you to forgive others, but not yourself. So don't be so hard on yourself, okay? Go in the flow. If you need to detox, you need to detach from people and take that time away for yourself, do that. It is a gift, okay? For we will go over why it's important for you to remember your sacred gifts, because these are beautiful gifts that you have. We're going to place them here. Now let's explore what your struggles are, okay? What your struggles are. What is it that prevents you from achieving the best? What is it that stops you from creating the best that you want to create, that you wish to experience, okay? What are you unable to let go of? Let's have a look at your struggles, okay? I chose the color black. I mean, it's dark gray. We'll just assume it's black. Black with the white. Black sometimes feel like it's darkness, but it is from that womb, from that shadow aspect of what we are struggling with, that you will find light, that you will find inspiration, that you will find growth. Let's look at what is it that people struggle with in their creativity. What is it that people struggle with in their creativity? What is it that people struggle with in their creativity and their creative endeavors? What are people struggling with? What do they struggle with in their creativity? Interesting. Not surprising, interesting. Let's look at your struggles, your inability to let go of some things, and what kind of prevents you from your higher version. And we'll come up to what your highest version can be. What I'm seeing, that when a challenge comes to you, okay, when some things didn't manifest, you wanted some things to move in a certain direction, it didn't manifest. People rejected it, people didn't appreciate your art, people didn't appreciate your music, people didn't appreciate you. You haven't made the money that you had hoped and wanted. You don't have that physical security. And, you know, there's the It's just that. So what I'm sensing over here is some of you actually give up faster than what you should. Okay, that's one. Okay, that's something that is feeling like a block. And I'm going to say it like, yeah, you see a mountain and you feel like, OMG, the mountain is so huge, it's so big. I don't know when I'm ever going to be able to climb it. It just seems like one brick wall after the other. I also see you comparing with the mirroring. I'm seeing you compare yourself to others. Perhaps you're an artist and you compare your artwork to someone who in that same age range as you is creating something else, or who started after you has achieved so much success and you haven't, or you're comparing yourself to someone has so much more stability than what you do, and your sense of comparison's coming in, but you're not recognizing that you need to be in your flow, you need to be in your energy. Comparison is there on their journey of creativity. We are all made in the image of God. Unique expression. So what you're going to bring forth, nobody else in the entire universe can do what you can. No one. No one. There's no duplication. It's just you. It's just you. So your creative expression is going to be completely, uniquely yours. So as you look in the mirror, look to another to perhaps motivate you. Look to another to inspire you towards your own greatness. Oh, they followed their heart. They did this. But copycatting another person to be them, you're not here to be cloned. You're here to have your own unique expression. So for that unique expression, you must know who you are. You are in the flow. That is a gift. You have a natural ability to get into the flow. It's natural. It's, you don't even know how you do it, but you do it. You just do it. You just intuitively know, I need to do this. I need to detox. I need to go take an Epsom salt bath. Dude, I need to go work out. I need to, do some things. And it's not you're thinking consciously, you're intuitively guided. So you are deeply connected to source. You're deeply connected to your guides. Okay, this is what your gift is. However, the struggle comes in with these rainbows and messages that when it's raining, it's saying here, when it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for the stars. Look at how I chose from all my little craft work where I've written your struggles, and I've written it in the color red. Because when we are struggling, our root chakra and our sacral energies, and that's why I wore the color orange, for our sacral energies, our creative energies, get blocked. We're not feeling creative because we're feeling like we're not rooted. I don't have enough money. I don't have what it takes. I'm not good enough. I don't have that talent. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not handsome enough, etc., 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 etc. Okay? But here comes a point when something comes as a block, when something comes in as a challenge. Look for the rainbows. Don't look for, wow, it's raining. In fact, the other day I had gone out for a new class I enrolled in spirituality, and I wanted like an hour and a half quiet time, and I was kind of getting bored sitting and doing the same things here. So I'm thinking in my mind, oh, I'm getting bored. I think I want to go to the park. There's a beautiful tree there. I'm going to do it. I intuitively went there. The next thing I knew, that was where my higher self was guiding for me to get intuitive messages. And as I was sitting there, two things came to me. The title of a book, I haven't started writing it, but the title's already come. So I immediately pulled up my phone and put it on my messages, and the podcast that I want to begin. I mean, it was right in front of me. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow. And as I was laying down on my yoga mat and going into my meditative state, it started to have these little raindrops. And I'm like, wow, that's wonderful. Today I'm not going to move even if it rains. Even if it rains and pours, I'll just put my phone so it doesn't get wet. And that's it. And I received so many downloads that day. So when I'm seeing the rains, when things are not going right with this heartbreak card, where things are not going the right way, it is part of your gift and challenge to find and tweak and test, because your gift is to stretch and expand your imagination, to stretch and go beyond the norm. See, I felt an immediate gulp and a block in my throat. To stretch and go beyond your comfort zone. Some of you are getting stuck in the certain way of being. So that's another message, okay? Then another part that you're struggling with is many of you are great with all this red energy here. That's amazing. You're focusing a lot on material. You're focusing a lot on, how do I bring this artwork to people? Do I do an art show? How do I get my music online? Do I do the music shows? What do I do? Where do I present this project? Okay, I have this pottery, I have this artwork, whatever your art is. And you're wondering about all which is important, which is very, very important. But I feel with this coming as a struggle, you kind of get lost in it. So when you get lost in it, the message is coming to come back into the flow. It's a gift. So whatever you need to do your own thing, do whatever the thing is, and go into belief. In fact, I got a message from one of my clients/friend, and they mentioned something about, I'm really waiting for this thing to happen, Archana. And I just said that, do you just focus on believing that it will happen? Don't worry about what's showing up in the physicality. So it says here, move beyond intention to believe. So it always reminds me of that movie. It's one of my favorite movie, The Panda. And what was that movie with the panda? It's the panda, okay? And he goes, I believe. And he just rises up to, it's one of my favorite movies and I can't remember the title of it. Forget the title. But the essence is, it has a panda in there, okay? If any one of you remembers it, please put it in the comments. It's going to drive me nuts if I don't remember the title. I'll be Googling and looking for it. Anywho, the message was really cute. I saw the panda just pop up. So he wants to, to learn Kung Fu and all of that. And he feels like he's so big and he's so fat. And all these other people have been training forever, comparing himself. But he has this heart's desire. I want to be a Kung Fu fighter, right? And then he goes, I believe. So that's the sense that I'm feeling. You need to believe and have faith. At the end of the day, if you don't believe in your dream, why should anybody else? Just because you're encountering one block after the other, don't give up on your dreams. You may need to shift your perspective. You may need to shift and expand and stretch and do things a different way. Find a different beat for it. That's different. But you must believe in your dreams. You must if you want to experience all that your heart desires to experience. Okay? So one of the things that you do struggle with this goddess of air is, again, air element coming in. Mindset. It's about taking, it's your mind. It's your mind creates these fears and it takes you pointing towards OMG, so many mountains to cross, so much to happen. It didn't happen on this timeline. Therefore, F it, I'm not going to do it. Let's forget it. Let's not do it. Chuck it. I'm no good at it. Done and doomed. We're done. So persistence is the key. Get hold of your mind. Once you're stronger in the mind, then you're going to align with the emotions that bring in that. We'll discover at the end of the reading what your muse is, what drives you. Okay? So these are some of these struggles, but I see you overcoming them. Okay? I do see you overcoming them. All right. So now let's move on. Now we're going to look at what's comfortable for you. What's easy for you? What emotions? What's easy for you in the creations, okay? So it's what's easy for you to create, what emotions are behind it, okay? What's the comfort zone for them? What's a comfort zone in their creations? What's a comfort zone? That's an interesting comfort zone. Let's have a look. What's a comfort zone for the people, for the creations? This one. What's a comfort zone for the people? What's easy for them to create? The emotions behind it. What's a comfort zone? What's a comfort zone and how they create? What's easy for the people? Wow, you guys. You're rock stars. What's easy for you to create? And let's start with this first one, okay? Well, actually the last one, sorry. And it says here, collaborate. It's easy for you to work with others. Wow, that's your comfort zone, working and creating with others. You have this, I'm seeing Trinity. I'm seeing the numbers 3. Maybe you love creating with the numbers 3. Maybe you have 3 muses, 3 goddess energies are flowing in, okay? You definitely have 3 muses that work with you. Special message. Who are collaborating, who are guiding you, who are giving you these sparkles of inspiration. Okay, you have 3 muses for sure. It's easy for you. It's easy for you to work in groups. It's easy for you to harness the power of 3, to harness the power with others. It's an easy. That's your comfort zone. That's so wonderful. That's amazing. You know what an amazing gift it is? And I feel like that also helps you to increase your flow. And when you are stretching and expanding, and which is what it's showing here, you can expand your energy field when you're creating and working with others. Perhaps you're bouncing off ideas. But this is feeling like it is not external. So you're not bouncing off ideas. Let's say you are a creator and you're going and asking someone who is in the opposing field, but they're wired differently. This is like, in a similar field, the ones who got your back. This is camp and team you, like I say, team Archana. So this is team you, my viewer, team viewer. Okay, team creator, I'm going to call you creator. Okay, so the team creator, they are helping you to expand. So that's your comfort zone. That's so wonderful. Okay, I want to look at with this one what this is, and I'll tell you what this is. I like it. This is what your emotions behind it. I think the emotions behind what I'm picking up over here, because we got the tower energy as being comfortable. Tower energy is one of the hardest energies for people to deal with, because this is the energy of change. You may feel like you're resisting change, but your desire for truth. What happens, I feel, is not that you're looking for things to kind of break down in your life. You're not looking for breakups, breakdowns, and things shutting down in your life. But what happens is, because you're such a beautiful soul here, such a beautiful creator here, okay? It's a forget-me-not. When people meet you, they're not going to forget you. You're literally like a beautiful memory that people have. I need for you to know that, okay? And it says here, the best things in life are the people you've loved and the places you've seen and the memories you've made along the way. Okay, so you've made some beautiful memories, and I feel like there have been some heartbreaks with these memories where you felt like it didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen, the way you had hoped for certain things to create, okay, with another person. Could be a family, could be a job, could be something that you had hoped and it didn't happen. And that created like a fissure, that created like a quake in your heart, that created like a it took the rug below your feet. You fell off. You toppled down. There were disturbances. There could be a breakup. This could be a loss. You lost a job. You lost a promotion. You lost a loved one. You have come out of a relationship. Your relationship ended. You know what I mean? So this feels like that intense kind of an energy. So intense energies. If you haven't had something like that as an intense energy, there's been an intense awakening in your spirituality. So you may not even realize, but your comfort zone is what's your honest truth. So the more truthful you are, and your desire to seek truth has perhaps created these breakdowns, which is so amazing, for it to break down certain barriers. And perhaps because of that, there were certain breakdowns in where you wanted to collaborate with others. It broke down, okay? And that created a certain memory. But here comes that part. You're growing out of it. You understand, and that your comfort zone is, which is what the emotion that drives you. You want comfort through collaboration. You want comfort through creating beautiful memories. You want comfort through where people are speaking the honest truth and they're not stuck by old rules. This tower represents I don't mean like, I feel like I'm sensing you're like this free spirit, and these structures are very, very stifling. That's why I had kind of gulped right in the middle of the reading. I just felt like, wow, you're feeling like you feel choked when there are so many strong structures. So your comfort zone is a unstructured, perhaps starting from ground up, perhaps starting from where there's nothing, an empty blank palette here, and you start from this blank canvas and you put in the colors and you bring in the energy that you wish to create, and you want to collaborate with others. So think in terms of collaboration, things in terms of doing some projects where either you're working with another person or different people are coming together and you are working in the same room but working on different things, and you're picking up the vibes of that person. So that's your comfort zone, okay? And be there with the people, those who are very aligned to their own truth. And that's what I'm feeling. That's your comfort zone. That's amazing. So those are your beautiful emotions that drive you. That's your comfort zone, connections, beautiful memories, having non-chaotic, but I want to say having like a place where you can build anything. So a kind of a bit of an unstructured. I like that. So, their comfort zone is an unstructured environment. That's what I'm picking up. Now let's move on to something that is out of range a little bit. That's just tests your energy a little bit, that makes you a little bit uncomfortable, the range of emotions or something that's not kind of your comfort zone. Okay, so that's why I put that one also in the color black, and I've written it in white and red so we can bring more light to the places unseen. Let's have a look at what makes people uncomfortable, what's out of range for them in terms of their emotions. Not out of reach, just a little bit out of your range. What is a bit out of range? What's uncomfortable for people? What's out of range for people? Something is, it's a little bit uncomfortable, makes them uncomfortable. You must understand, it's through these areas of the uncomfort and the struggle that you're going to discover greater stars. I'll timestamp these readings with these little titles so you can pause and listen to that again to integrate the messages deeper. Meditate on those. Hey, it's interesting. That makes it completely clear. Thank you. So the question is, we're doing number 4, the uncomfortable. What is out of your usual range and what emotions are behind it? Okay. So we've seen the comfortable zone, right? Like-minded people, collaborating with very, very like-minded people. So obviously, right away, it tells me what is out of your comfort zone. Okay? Right out of that, the out of the comfort zone is something that is not the like-minded people. I feel like you're very afraid of making a mistake. You're very afraid of falling into the abyss and not knowing. Do you see this little vortex of energy that's kind of going down? So you feel like, oh my God, I'm going to go down this black hole. I'm going to go down into this dark energy and I have no clue. Okay? And I'm afraid. Okay, that's a bit out of you're afraid of making a mistake. To me, this automatically is feeling like when we are afraid of making a mistake, we're afraid of losing control. Okay, so look at in your life why you need control. Okay, and again, it goes back into I believe. Remember the panda thing? I believe. So when you believe and have trust in the universe, that you are a divine spark, what's the worst that can happen? People will reject it. You will grow from it. You make a wrong turn. You're afraid of, but your core energy, your gift is to stretch and expand. It's through the stretching and expansion that you're going to grow. It's through this stretching and expansion that your authentic truth is going to shine through. Okay? So allow yourself the gift to make a mistake. Mistake in your eyes. It's never a mistake in the eyes of divine. Okay, this is interesting. You're uncomfortable of bliss. Bliss is worth creating from, for. Are you creating, is bliss worth creating for or bliss worth creating from? So you struggle with being double-minded. You struggle with your mind. Like, you know, if I do this, I will get bliss. I am in a blissful state and therefore I create. Do you see the two energies? Creating from that place or creating for it. Once I achieve that accolade, once I achieve that level of success, once I achieve that level of recognition and status and fame and game or whatever, then I shall be in a state of bliss. Who is to say? You may not be in the blissful states once you achieve it. Perhaps the entire bliss is going to come in this part of the journey of creation. because that moment is only going to be one moment. But once you are in this state of bliss, like I am allowing myself this gift of going and moving through the unknown territory. People haven't done it this way. I have never done it. Nobody in the family has done it. I'm going to do because it makes me feel so good. It makes me feel so good. So that's your new mantra, is your guidance is to look at that bliss is worth creating from, and it is in allowing yourself to free fall, allowing yourself this freedom of, I'm going to fall without a safety net, and I'm going to trust. Okay, we're not being stupid here, we're being mature about it when I'm talking, and I think I'm talking to a mature audience. Okay, that's my assumption, good assumption, right? So I'm also feeling that you are ignoring your emotions, male or female. Okay, you don't like touching upon this emotional body. Oh my gosh, you're creating from your mind. You're creating from your mind. I already said that. You're feeling like it's double-minded. You're not meant to create from your mind. You're meant to create from your heart. You're meant to feel the pulsations in your heart. You're meant to feel what it feels like when I'm creating this. How does it make me feel? I feel excited. I feel so good. I feel so joyful. I feel so blissful. It is an O moment right here, right now, in this place of creation. When you're creating it, how does it make you feel? Okay, so come and allow the feelings. Don't shun your feelings. If there is that feeling of pain, perhaps you're creating from that energy. You don't know how you're going to inspire another person who's going through that. Perhaps you'll uplift and be a guide for another person. And you're coming from this place of joy and happiness and wonderment. You're going to give that excitement to another person to follow their heart's calling, to follow their heart's dreams and desires. Wow. So don't be uncomfortable of your emotions. And here we have youthful love. Perhaps you're afraid of falling in love with yourself, with a youthful version of yourself, the silly, the sweet, the one that was very exploratory, the one that was very unafraid of any, they never saw the world as a challenge. They just saw it as a wondrous curiosity. So allowing that youthful energy of curiosity to rise within you and around you, to explore, to sense and feel the world, just as a baby wants to touch and feel and see. What is this? Wow. Is this a rock? This feels so good. This is so smooth. This feels so nice. Look at the feel for this feather, right? So from a curious energy, allowing that youthfulness to arise within you, where it means you've got to allow yourself the gift of feeling the emotions. Whether you're male or female, the emotional body is the one that is going to help you with the next stage of your creation, whatever that creation might be. Thank you. Now let's explore the next question. How have you created? Okay, how have you created in the past? Meaning that what have you used to create? What are the emotions? Perhaps there's some things that you are leaving behind. Let's explore together. What are the emotions behind the creations before? What are the emotions behind the creations up till now in the past? How has the creations been in the past? What were the emotional energy behind it? How have the people created in the past? What is the emotional energy behind their creations? Thank you. Let's have a look. I love this. Wow. Your past energy is amazing. I'm just curious to see what your higher version of this can be. Oh my God, this is amazing. So if you're not here already, this is where you will be coming, how you're going to be creating if this past energy has not yet fully manifested for you. This past energy is effing amazing. Okay, it's the word is here, so I'm going to use the word that's here. The past energy has been, you are epic. You are epic. Okay, this is the Hierophant, divine guidance. You have really been connected to a divine source, and you've been creating through the energy coming in from the divine inspiration. Perhaps some of you have gone through certain structures, okay? Certain structures. So a little bit of a struggle might have come in because you've read some things in the book. Perhaps you went to school to a certain way to do some things, to do your work, okay? Perhaps you thought that was your destiny. Okay, perhaps it was your destiny. So that's where the struggle might have come in, because you thought, I went to school for this, but I'm really not doing it. And you're being told at this time, there's a message that's flowing in along with this, is that you are epic, darlings. You are epic, okay? Your story is unfolding through you, okay? You are divinely guided. So listen into your intuition, hone into that, listen into that voice that comes in, and follow through that. Okay, because this is destiny. Okay, you have been following perhaps some part of what you thought, this was my destiny, this is what I'm supposed to do, this is what I'm going to do. So that's a part that I'm picking up, that you may have followed certain structural patterns, because there's a dual message coming in. Because this, I'm already taking it into your future. I'm taking this message into your future. The past message, the lower vibration of that could be that you went into school for some things. There were certain structures that you were taught, like this is the way you paint, this is the way you do, this is the way. Now take all of those colors, take all of those things that you've learned at school, at other places, something that you picked up, and you are epic. You are a unique creation of God. You're made in the image of God. You can touch and create anything you wish to through your energy, through the intelligence, through the guide that you have, okay? So be fluid. So the message that's coming forth, which you're going to take towards your higher version of you, is you're destined to be epic. You're destined for greatness. It is a given, believe it. It is a given, believe it. You are epic. I am epic. My story is epic. Okay? I am a storyteller. However that story manifests for you. My story is epic. Doesn't mean you're not comparing yourself to another person. I am epic. I am the master in my creation. I am the center of my universe. If I'm the center of my universe, how am I creating it? I'm going to allow for some fluidity in. I'm going to allow to kind of diverge a little bit from what I learned, and unlearn those, and allow for my new inspiration that I'm receiving, and go from that. Let me test these waters out, fluidity, okay, and sensing that. And perhaps some of you have come from a place of super emotionality. Okay, super emotions, meaning that you only create when the emotions are high, you never create when you're there. So there's been like a fluctuation. Okay, fluctuation in creations. I'm sensing a fluctuation in creations, okay? But that was part of your destiny. This was part of how you're meant to grow and expand, because you are, repeat to yourself, I am epic. Archana, I am epic. Write in the comment box saying, I am epic, okay? I own my shit. I own myself. This is me in my full color, in my full glory. This is how I'm going to be, okay? So you own yourself. You own your truth. You own your energy. You own your center of the universe. That's a center of the universe, okay? You use the divine mind. You use the divine mind, feeling the emotions and having a creation, okay? That's divine inspiration. Let's have a look at the next one, which is, what are we looking at? Yes, your future, your higher version creator self, your higher version creator self, the higher version. We're already getting that in here. I'm already sensing that in here. I am epic. Okay, you're going to write that. I am epic, Archana. I am epic. I create. I see rainbows when there are rain. Okay, that's something for you to repeat as a mantra. It's not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves, says William Shakespeare. Okay? Be inspired through William Shakespeare. What is the higher version, creator self? This is already so awesome, angels. How else can we vibrate higher, 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 higher? There's a song that's coming to me. Saying, bring me a higher love. I think it was Whitney Houston. I could be wrong. Bring me a higher love. Yeah, that's the song I'm feeling in my heart. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. I'm connecting to a higher love, the higher version of me, divine love, flowing in my heart. What is the higher version? What is their highest in this moment as the next step up, the next glow up energy for my beautiful people? Let us see. OMG, you are a celebrity. I am loving this. It says celebrate your growth and your breakthroughs. We did see the quake, right? Which was actually your comfort zone. Breaking down barriers, baby. Breaking down barriers. You are working well with numbers. And now you're going to delve into I'm in my bliss. I celebrate myself. I love this energy. This is wonderful. This is like so amazing. This woman is shining in all her glory. She is unafraid of who she is. This is me. This is me here and now. I celebrate my growth and success. Okay, so this is the higher version of you. So you're feeling in that blissful energy like a star. I am already achieved this stardom, whatever your stardom looks like. Okay, it's an individual definition. Okay, I'm already like this coveted person whose artwork is seen by so-and-so. Or I'm already, my song has reached the hearts of the millions. It's inspired others and people are singing that tune, or people have downloaded this song and this is the most, whatever it is. Oh gosh, you guys, I'm feeling this star energy, like this golden radiation, like all lights on you, wow. I'm seeing stage. Well, I love stage. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I would tell my husband, like, I don't know how I'm like in this place, meaning in this world. I said my alternate persona, Archana, would have been in entertainment. That I was born to be an entertainer. All right, higher version, creator self for the people. Divine egg. I kind of knew that would come. The Fool's energy. You're beginning this stardom, this growth, this breakthrough. Okay, and the egg hatches and then the little chick comes out, right? There it is. There is the divine egg, the starting point, the golden egg, the golden discovery, the starting point of everything. Let's put the angel here as the higher version. My angel, my beautiful angel, right? You're opening people up to this. All right. So your higher version creator self is going to say, trusting in the unknown, allowing the unknown, breaking free from an old pattern, stretching and expanding. That's your natural draw. You can easily stretch and expand into the version that you want to, finding your sacred flow, seeing where your flow is. Okay. What does your soul say? There's the blue. All right. I was drawn to the energy of blue for the creations. And there we are. We have this energy of blue. Okay. What is your soul saying? And your soul is giving you this inner call, this inner feel. Let's expand on this. Let's grow from this. Let's try this out. And you're going to be rewarded big time. Okay. You're going to be rewarded big time. What's a higher version? creator self, the emotions of innocence, the emotions of childlike energy, the emotions of a star. What does the star feel like when you have all these lights on you and there you are shining in that glory and saying, yes, I receive this. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. How does it make you feel, right? So tapping into the higher version, the higher vibration of that, and then creating from that space of bliss. Bliss. Creation is bliss. Graciousness and benevolence. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. So you're being reminded again at this time to remember to be kind. Come from a place of kindness. Just because you're going to be a star doesn't mean that you need to be unkind, rude, and put other people down. You want to serve as an inspiration. You yourself want to serve as a muse to another person through your grace, through your benevolence. So perhaps sharing of your knowledge, sharing of your gifts, sharing of what you have understood and your lessons is going to help you to come from a place, because when you are helping another, the universe wants to help you. Okay, so look at what your soul is asking for you to say. So this is definitely a place from taking a risk. The divine egg is taking a chance on something new, trying something different, and trusting that I am starting a new cycle. I'm like a little baby. I'm just hatching out of that. I'm gonna explore. When I hatch out, I'm gonna learn everything new. So I feel like the higher version creator self is going to be, you've unlearned everything. Boom, 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 done. It's already there. It's already in my DNA. I'm encoded with it. I got it all. Now, okay, that's done. I'm not going to try that same stuff. I've already gone to school for that. I'm not going to reapply it and use it and apply this. Now I'm going to learn this new, and trust me, this amalgamated version is going to come out. That's going to be wild. That's going to be wildly amazing. That's what I'm sensing. It's going to be wild. You're going to be like, whoa, who am I? Final, before we close out the reading. And it's going to be, oh, look at the color I chose. This is the muse, okay? This is the muse, all right? Look at the different colors. What brings you, what drives you to create, okay? What drives you? What makes you happy? What brings that joy? What brings that fulfillment? What brings that, like, yes, I like that, yes. Okay, I'm hearing a yes here. So what is the muse for the people? What drives the people to create? What drives the people to create? Angels. Loving this already. It's gonna surprise you, okay? Or not. I feel it will. What drives the people to create? Oh, this is such a fantastic reading. I'm loving it. This is so nice, because I love to discover all these things with you. I can try all of this on me, but when I do it for the collective, it's different. So the question is, what is the muse? What drives the people to create? What are they inspired by? Inspired with? What are they inspired by and inspired with? Of course you're inspired with this fire and passion. Fire and passion. We got the Knight of Wands, and we have fearless expression. Of course. You have it in you. You really have it in you. Wow. Card number 13. That's Archana's card, meaning number 13. Okay. The Death card. Death of the old and birth of the new. It's a transformation. It's the phoenix rising. Okay. Transitioning into a new stage, we say, right? When you transition from this body into another realm and dimension, you go through the 13th gate. Okay. So improvision, okay, that's what, actually, this is not how I was going to do the reading. So yeah, I improvised. So that was good. I'll tell you one more. And what is your muse? What drives you? Oh, this is so beautiful. I love it. Thank you, angels. I feel so blessed to do this reading. Do you know what drives you? Do you know what drives you? Is dignity. A wise man has dignity without pride. A fool has pride without dignity. Confucius. Okay. without pride, that's your muse. Anytime pride is coming in, that's not your muse, that's your mind working. So your driving factor, your muse, remember, is your ability to improvise, because your core gift is to go with the flow. Core gift is to bring balance into polarizations that you're either experiencing or you're experiencing, okay? So you have this gift to be able to go with the flow, to improvise. Things didn't happen. Okay, you know what? That paint fell off over there. Now what are we going to do? So you improvise with what's there. That ability to improvise is something that drives you towards new creations. That's what's helping you to stretch and expand the boundaries, to explore something new, okay? You've got immense amount of passion and fire. Let that passion drive you, baby. Let it drive you forward, okay? Let it drive you fearlessly, because your soul is fearless. It just wants to move and test boundaries, expand, experience, and grow. So don't allow these past heartaches to slow you down. You can heal, you can bring healing in, but your great gift and your inner drive is to improvise, to learn, to find. And that's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful message. And I feel with this one, this is funny. I don't know what this is, but this is feeling like a mic. You know, I have my mic that I purchased like a few years ago. It's my Yeti. Yeah, it's my blue Yeti mic. When I do meditations, I use that mic because it's like mind-blowingly amazing. It feels like fearless expression. Perhaps some of you need to get your word out. Perhaps some of you need to start your podcast. Perhaps some of you need to start speaking and expressing and vocalizing. You know, start. Go for it, and improvise. If things are just kind of, just improvise. You got it. I mean, you have it in you. That's what drives you. You have the ability to kind of, when things are not going right, you know how to kind of put things together. That's what drives you. So the big message here, my dear creators over here, is that to look at one more time on this uncomfortable part on allow yourself to make mistakes, okay? Allow yourself to feel that love, the joyful, youthful love, okay? Allow yourself to feel the emotions, follow the bliss. When you're in a blissful state, you are going to be super creative. When you're happy, you're exploring, you're coming from a curious perspective, okay? Don't allow your mind to overtake you. You take control of your mind. So move beyond the intentions. You've already learned that part. You've learned that part about setting intentions. That's wonderful. Now you have intentions. Now it is, I believe. Okay, so when you're looking at the mirror of emotions, the struggles, let that be your epic. You are epic. Okay, don't let that define you. Let that be a part of the story that you are creating and using that as a paintbrush. That was the paintbrush that I am painting the canvas of my life. That was my storyline. I love the storyline. I'm moving forward. I love all aspects of it. There was this character that was like so depressed and sad, and there was this character that went into addictions, and then the character moved out of it, was the hero, created these versions, and now there is this. So you look at it as a third party. You're zooming out. You're looking at the higher version and looking at yourself as your creation. You're the epic being. Okay, so be fluid and be fearless in who you are, in your expression. You are a unique expression of God. Allow that expression to flow through, okay? Allow your passions to guide you. What is your soul calling for you to speak? You are the star, okay? You are the star. And do celebrate the growth, because you have come and expanded a lot. Look at how much you have created. You have learned to be fluid. You've learned to allow the destiny to pull you towards whatever is the next stage. You may feel like I haven't reached my destination. Come on, it's all about the journey. You're going to feel it and you're going to know it. And continue to allow divine guidance to come through. Allow yourself to be in the flow, because that is your gift. to be in the sacred flow, to learn to expand out of the shortages, to expand out of what we think is a contracted universe, to expand into higher vibration, to greater light codes, to greater ways of seeing things, to greater ways of growing from that experience without judging it as bad or good. You're growing and expanding from it. Allow for that. But always be grateful. Okay, always have gratefulness and understanding and thankfulness in your heart. So thank you all for being here. This was a divinely guided reading that kind of flew through. I got into my creative muses that came through, inspired me to bring forth this reading. I hope this is helpful and it guides you, it inspires you, gives you that jump start, gives you the boost, gives you an expansion of mind, something that it helps you to be inspired one more time to do your art. When I say your art, is your artistic expression, whatever that is. And that's what I have for you guys. If you'd like a personal reading, but more than a reading, what I want to say is if you want to be inspired and understand on how your energy is, you may want to take up some chakra healing sessions or chakra manifestation sessions with me, where I talk about, understanding energy centers and moving through these blocks and overcoming and, coming in from that place of understanding. You can reach out to me. I'm going to put the details in the description box of this video. So be on the lookout, because the muses within me are preaching me. I told you I've already taken down the name of the podcast has come. The titles, the content I'm filled with content. It'll come in an organized way on its own. It's just going to flow in. I just need to go to that tree again to meditate. And the rain will fall and I'm going to be inspired again towards my next creation. So no forceful creation. It's a creation from the heart. So I sent you guys, all guys, gals, my beautiful people, a lot of love and light and happy creation. Talk to you soon. Namaste.